Hey everybody, Mark Builds It here. Today I want to talk to you about Rally.io. Rally is just a social token site. They offer creators the ability to create and issue their own tokens, and then they give them the tools to kind of administer them, create marketplaces where their community members can spend their tokens in order to buy experiences or products. They are a sidechain of Ethereum, and because of that, the price of the Rally token is very tightly related to the price of Ether. And then each creator coin is tied to the price of Rally. So from the creator side of things, the way this works is when you would apply to get your creator coin, if you're big enough, and that's one of the drawbacks to Rally, we'll talk about that later. If you're big enough, you have a large enough engaged audience, they will issue your coin, and you'll get, as part of that original offering, you'll get a certain number of coins. It's a pretty large number. It's, in the tens of thousands. At that time, you have the opportunity to buy your coin, and the coins are they're the cheapest they're ever going to get right then. So if you have cash to throw into your coin, that's a great time to do it. The price of the coins are attached to what's known as a bonding curve. So a bonding curve can be any shape, but it basically is the relationship between the number of coins in circulation and the price of buying the coins from Rally. So in the past, the bonding curve was sort of parabolic. It would run along at a pretty low price for a while, and then it would shoot up, and then it would kind of level off. So some of the older creator coins have pretty high prices, but that's because of that bonding curve. The new bonding curve they use is just sort of a long, slow ramp. So as more and more of your coins go into circulation, as people join your community, buy your coins, the price steadily climbs. Each week, if the usage of your coin grows, you get what's known as community rewards. So anyone who is holding your coin, including yourself, will basically be paid a percentage of a distribution in Rally coins. And then each user has a choice to either, reinvest them however they like, or, bridge them out and turn them into US dollars. As a creator, every time somebody buys or sells your coin, you get a small commission on that coin. So it's in your best interest to to sort of drive demand, get people to buy the coins and then use them to buy products or services from you. Because each time those coins change hands, you're making a little percentage for yourself. So what are the tools that Rally offers? Well, first of all, they can help you mint a coin, but that's not a super special thing. There are a lot of places in Web3 where you can do that. They'll help you create a marketplace for people to spend your coin on the products and services that you offer. That's a little bit more special, but again, there are places where you can set these things up, and you can do some of them yourself. They have ways to help you mint your own NFTs, Rally NFTs. So those could be ways to separate, your super fans from your regular audience, and use those NFTs to gate access to something like a Discord server or a special channel inside of a Discord server. But again, those tools are not that hard to find outside of the Rally ecosystem. So I own some creator coins inside Rally. That's kind of how I got into Web3, and I can say that as the service has grown, their customer service has gotten really strained. I know of at least one or two people who have had issues with getting locked out of their account, and that kind of defeats the whole purpose of getting into the decentralized side of crypto to begin with. And that's one of the big red flags about Rally. It is not decentralized. It is a walled garden, and I'll talk more about that later. The interface is a little bit clunky, but for the most part, you don't interact with it too many times, maybe once or twice a week. It depends on if you're buying and selling coins. I don't use it for that. I use Rally to accumulate tokens so that I can have enough to get access to different channels or different levels of membership with the communities that are in Rally, the creators that have set up communities inside Rally. So they all have Discord servers, and then by owning a certain number of tokens, I'm able to get into certain channels and gain access to different resources. So I interact with Rally once a week to reinvest my rewards in one token or another, and that's about all I mess with. So it's been okay dealing with them at that level. On the creator side, it can be really hard if you're just starting. Well, it's impossible if you're just starting out to get onto the Rally platform as a creator. So you'll either, it's not really publicly stated, but I've talked to some people who have worked through the process, and they're looking for creators or they're looking for people that have an engaged audience of 50,000 people or more. And that's a pretty high hurdle for most people. There are ways around that. You can group together with other creators and pool your audience and get in that way. I know of at least one coin that's done that. But for the most part, it's a pretty big challenge to get into Rally to start with. One of the nice features that Rally offers for now is that you can use a credit card to buy tokens for your creator tokens. That is something that I don't know if it'll last, because that's essentially buying liquid assets with a credit card. And in America, most credit card providers don't allow you to do that. So we'll see how much longer that lasts. But right now, it's possible. And then the main reason why any creator would choose Rally, I think, is the rewards, the community rewards. But this is not really something that I can see lasting forever. When Rally did its initial fundraise, they got something like $30 million. They don't charge any fees for using the service. So, the question then is, okay, so how do they make money now? And if you look at their website, they state that, Rally was built from the belief that creators and their communities have created something so unique and powerful that they deserve to keep that connection. Rally.io, therefore, does not charge any transaction or platform fees to either the creators or their communities. The original founders and investors in the Rally project all hold some rights to Rally tokens, subject to vesting and lockups, which are further described here. So that doesn't state how they make money at all. It doesn't answer the question. What it says is that when they did their initial fundraise, and we can jump over to that, they raised about $30 million in their initial fundraise from VCs and large investors. And they distributed half of those coins to those people. The other half was set aside for community rewards. That's a pretty fair distribution, I think. But the only way that these investors are going to get their money back is to sell these tokens. And as you know, anytime you sell a token, there will be downward pressure on the price. So I'm not really sure how they're hoping to make this thing sustainable in the long term. It's kind of like in gold rush mode right now. If you're able to get in early, you can generate a bunch of rewards and get some commissions off your sales. But at some point, they're gonna have to stop giving out the rewards, or they're gonna have to start charging so they can keep giving out the rewards. And the only way that I can see that they'll get people to pay for that is to either charge the creators, charge the users, or charge for advertising. And we all know where closed businesses head first when they need to start making money, and that's the ads. So I have the sneaking suspicion that eventually this will become an advertising platform, and the creators who have built communities in here will kind of be locked into it. Which brings me to another criticism I have, and that's Rally is rented land. When you come up with a creator coin, you cannot take it outside of the Rally ecosystem. It belongs to Rally. It's kind of like an email address on a Gmail server. They own that address. They are just allowing you to use it in exchange for looking at their ads. So in the end, any value that you build as a creator really belongs to Rally. You may be able to harvest some of that in the meantime, but you can't leave unless you leave all that accumulated value behind. Another thing to look out for, and this is something that every creator on the platform talks about, is this is not for speculation. These coins are not investments. They are a way to support the creator. And though everyone says that, they're kind of saying it out of the side of their mouth. This type of economics just draws speculators like a magnet, and with every new coin launch, there is a whale who jumps in early and buys up millions of coins, and then at some point after they feel like they've gotten a decent enough return, they do a mass sell. And this just devastates the value of the coins. However, if you are just buying these coins to gain access to a community or to a creator, or to be able to exchange them for goods at a discount, then none of that really matters, because that's the value you're getting out of the coin. You're not too concerned with the value against whatever currency you paid for them with. The really good creators, the really good community organizers, they prepare their early joiners for this. They let them know that this happens if they don't have experience with rally coins. And the communities that have a lot of additional utility and value built into them just for holding the coins, those communities weather those storms really well, and the value does continue to climb. So, but any of these coins that I own, I don't really look at them in terms of, how much am I going to make when I pull my coins back out. I rarely sell a coin after I buy one, and that's usually only because I purchased them thinking the creator was going to be someone who would add utility, and then they never do. In which case, I usually break even on my sale of my coin. So beware of whales, beware of price changes. I'm going to say it because I actually don't think of it like this, but don't buy into this as a speculative investment. Think about what do you get for your coin purchase, and how is that going to be valuable to you, not how much can I make by buying and selling this thing. So one of the things I alluded to earlier is that Rally is a side chain of Ethereum, and it's a privately owned chain. And so that has its pluses and its minuses. The one big plus is that they're running a lot fewer computers to get the work done. There is no proof of stake or proof of work. It's just somebody who owns a database somewhere keeping track of all this. So the cost to do a transaction on this chain is really, really low as far as the environmental impact is concerned. The flip side of that is you are inside their sandbox. You don't have really any control over what happens to your money once it goes in there. And it can be kind of a pain to get it back out. You can sell the tokens that you hold from a creator, and you can convert them back into Rally. So there's a fee to do that. A percentage of that transaction goes back to the coin creator, the person who created the coin. And then, so once you've converted all of your creator coins into Rally, then you have to bridge those Rally off of the sidechain onto mainnet, and that costs gas. So there's a gas fee to enter that transaction on the Ethereum mainnet, and then at that point you can either swap those coins for USDC or Ethereum. So there's going to be a swap fee or a gas fee for that. You can bridge those Rally coins directly into a custodial wallet like Coinbase, and then you can swap them inside Coinbase for another coin, and there will be a fee for that. And then to get your money back into fiat, so dollars or something else, there may or may not be a withdrawal fee to get that back into your bank account. So they don't make it easy to get your money out once you put it in. So again, really have to look at this from what kind of utility do I get out of owning these coins, and think about it in those terms, because unless you've got quite a bit of money that you can move in and out, it's going to be a large percentage of your initial investment is going to get eaten up in fees when you try to take it back out. So the thing that comes to mind for me is, okay, so let's say I'm a smaller creator, but I'm growing my audience. Should I wait and try to join Rally later, or should I find another solution? And I think, unless you're right on the edge and you don't mind the fact that you are basically locking yourself into their walled garden, I would say find another solution and use a less expensive tool, maybe one that takes a small commission from the activities that you do inside, with their tools. And then you'll have complete control. You can take those coins to any compatible chain. You could even set up a system where people could swap them to other chains, but you would have control, and your users, your community would have control of every single penny that they put into your ecosystem. So I don't think I would choose to build my community there. So I'm Mark Builds It on Twitter, and you can follow me there. Talk to you tomorrow.